Hey everyone, it's Jessie from Peach Manifesto, and today I am doing my top 25 drugstore polishes for stamping. So a lot of times stamping polishes can be really expensive, or you only get a little bit, or you have to order them online. And I kind of wanted to show you some affordable options that you can most likely get locally. Most of these I've gotten from my local drugstore or from Walmart. Usually Walmart does have the best prices on these, I've found, but occasionally they do go on sale at the drugstore. So I will get on with the video. Before we start, I just wanted to explain that I have been kind of lazy, so I used a natural swatch stick and I painted one side black, and because basically when you're stamping, pretty much anything is going to look good over white. Like, that's just a given. So this is actually kind of going to be a really good test to see how they look over something a little bit darker than white. And then the black was always the true test of what it's actually going to look like on a dark thing. There's a few that I'm just going to swatch over, like the natural, just because they're so dark that the black is just gonna, they're just gonna disappear on the black. So just to explain that in advance, and I will get on with the video. Thanks. So I thought I'd start off with metallics just because they are some of the most fun ones. This is Essie's Good as Gold, and it stamps really beautifully. It is more of like a champagne type gold, but as you can see, it's very metallic, very shiny, and I will top coat these all later. You kind of get your best result seeing it top coated. Now this is Essie's Penny Talk, also a really good metallic. It's like a rose gold and it's very pretty. Now Essie does have a few other metallic polishes, and some of them do not stamp well. It's kind of a hit or miss, but if you feel like it's a good one coater, it should be okay. Now this is Sally Hansen Insta-dri Go for Gold, and this actually stamps really well. It does look very glittery and kind of chunky in the bottle, but it is not, and it stamps quite well. And this is Silver Stallion by Sally Hansen Insta-dri, and this is like a really pretty silver. My favorite silver for kind of like chromy silver stamping is captions. So if you do have the option, I would go for captions, but if you don't have the option, that is also a really good option. And here we have Peachy Breeze. Now a lot of these I tried to choose just because they stamp so well over black as well, just because they're the most versatile. I do have a bunch that stamp super well over white as well, and those always are good to have in your collection. And this was Orange Sorbet. Moving on to Mauve. This one I actually kind of regret not doing the stick in white just because it is very close to the natural color, so it doesn't show up as well, but as you can see, it does stamp really well over the black, and it is a very versatile color. Moving on to Pink Blink. This is one of my favorite light pinks. It's very pigmented, and I do get a lot of use for it, especially with like the layered stamping and the flower. It's always good to have a few pinks in your collection. So the next up is Flashy Fuchsia. This one is really unique. It has a kind of an iridescent shimmer to it, and it's a little hard to see over the black, but once you top coat it, it really does come out. This one is super fantastic over lots of different colors just because that shimmer just makes it really pop. Now this is Jade Jump, and this one I actually do like to pair with Irish Luck, but the Irish Luck I would usually put on top of this one because it's not very opaque. Now they have come out with a lot of nudes. In Nude Trial is one of the ones that does stamp so beautifully, and all their nudes really do. This is another one, Taupe to Go. These ones are really good, I find, for like any of like those branches or kind of like foliage type things, or like kind of antique vintage looks. And this one is Cocoa A Go. And this one is a shimmery brown, and I sort of should have just swatched it over a natural stick, but it is kind of interesting to see it over a black because you do really catch that shimmer, especially when it's top coated. And I've used that one in camo a bunch, and it's really beautiful. And Just in Wine is one that is super dark, so I'm just swatching it over a natural, and as you can see, it is super pigmented, beautiful wine color. And then again with Cinna-snap. This one I always use on Canada Day, and I also use it for like kind of those blood splatter type Halloween ones. It's a very beautiful true red, and it's super pigmented. Now Espresso is kind of like a rosy, pinky, mauve. I don't know. I love it. It's super pigmented and it's very versatile, especially with flowers and things like that. It's so nice to use. Then we have Cherry Fast, which is going into some of my purples. I love this one. Like all these ones I've specifically picked because they are very pigmented, and they just work really well, and I highly recommend them. Plummet is probably my most used color other than like white and black. I have a lot of clients that like purple. I like purple, and it's just such a sharp, stunning color. And then we have onto Leap and Lilac, which I do use this one a lot in combination with Plummet. They just pair really nicely together, just being kind of opposite ends of the purple spectrum, and they do work really, really nice together. Now this is Midnight Drive. It's one of the newer colors in the newer formula. It also has a bit of a shimmer to it, and it is very stunning as well. I do actually have quite a bit of blues to show you, and as you can see in prompt blue, and yeah, the blues are awesome. Like I couldn't decide which ones to cut out, and so it's kind of why I ended up with like 25. I was going to do 10, then I was like, oh well, no, I have to include this, and it's 15, and then I was like, you know what, might as well do 25. It's so hard to cut ones out that are really, really good, like Brisk blue here. They're just all very, very good. And like I've said before, it's not like my other ones aren't good. It's just they're not as pigmented over black. So these ones would be like probably the most versatile. And this one is Set Sail, a stunning kind of baby blue. And then this one is a Grease Lightning, which is a nice dark gray. And I don't know if I should have stamped it over black either, but it does show up, especially when it's top coated. You do see it a little bit. But it is a very nice dark black. And this is my favorite Black Heart, and this is kind of an older bottle, so I find even when you start getting down, they start to become like super thick and pigmented. So I thought I would show you me opening up a brand new bottle and stamping with it as well, just to show you that it is a very pigmented black. And this one I get at Dollarama in Canada for $2. They do kind of go pretty fast though, so if you see them, stock up. Like they're amazing stamping polish for $2. So just to show you, it is a tiny bit lighter in the new bottle, but like they do thicken up and get super black. So this is everything all together, all top coated, so you can kind of see like the top coat actually does bring out a lot, especially in the shimmer ones. And these are all 25 all together. I've listed them all in the video, so write them down, the ones that you like or think you can use. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you all later. Bye-bye.